What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Tyren Johnson Show. I'm your host, Tyren Johnson, professional basketball player, currently playing in Weissenfels, Germany, in my 15th year as a pro. Today's topic, we're talking about remembering how far you've come. If you've been following me for a long time, you know I've been a player that was cut in high school twice, stayed on the bench for 3 years as a Division I college basketball player, and had a rough overseas journey, I would say, up and down. And all I can remember is the time when I was a little boy and I was in the backyard shooting by myself, working out by myself, dreaming 3, 2, 1, I'm in Madison Square Garden, just hoping that one day I can do this for a living. I didn't really know which country, which state, which league I would play in, but I knew I wanted to be a professional athlete. And that was going to be a professional athlete in any sport, baseball, basketball, football. I just know I wanted to play sports because that was my hobby. That was my interest. That's what I did all the time. What happens is when you become an adult and when you start making money from this, a lot of players forget where they started. They forget those innocent moments, the time they put in, the training they went through, the money that they invested, the money that their parents invested, the time that their parents invested, the time that they invested. So much went into you getting to where you are today. And I'm speaking from a perspective that you have had some type of success, whether that's you're starting in high school, whether that's you've got a Division I scholarship, Division II scholarship, D3 scholarship, or you're a pro. So this perspective that I'm speaking for this episode is that you have reached your goal or one of your goals. Now is not the time to start getting comfortable. It's just beginning. When you get to where you want to go, it's just the beginning. I've won multiple championships. We just won a German Cup championship. And for the longest, I always thought that winning the championship was the pinnacle. And time after time, I never get that feeling. Soon as we win a championship, it's a great feeling for about 10 seconds. But then I start appreciating all of the work, all of the effort we took to get to that championship. And I realized that that was the best part. The grind, the hustle, the ups, the downs, the arguments, the doubt, the frustrations, all of those things were way better than actually winning a championship. Because this game is not about wins and losses. This game is about the discipline of showing up every day and being faithful to it. Because this game can alter your life. This game can take your life. I'm not just speaking from basketball, a game of football, baseball. You can lose your life playing these games. You can lose limbs. You can damage tendons. All of these things. Remember that you started doing this because this is what you love. Don't let accolades, don't let trophies, don't let success, followers, don't let any of those things distract you from your original motive. Your original motive was to play this game at the highest level. In my 15 years, I see it all the time. I see guys climb up the ranks, get there, and they get comfortable. And what they do is they forget about the struggle. They forget about those times when they were in the small country making $20K a year. They forget about those times when no agent wanted to work with them. They forget about those times when no trainer wanted to train them. Now they have reached a certain point to where they feel like they have made it. And now it's alcohol. Now it's marijuana. Now it's club nights, random girls. Now it's blow the money on cars, blow the money on condos or big houses that you can't afford. All of this becomes the forefront, and you forget the struggle. You forget what got you here. And what happens is this game pays attention, man. As fast as it gives it to you, it can strip it away. Because you're so blinded by the lights that you don't see that the simple life that you had is what made you great. But now you feel like you're somebody, and now you're comfortable. So when there's practice, you don't feel like going. It's too early. You don't want to lift today. You don't want to watch film. You've fallen asleep in film. You've gotten comfortable. Understand that this is a long game. You can have a long career, but being disciplined and remaining hungry is what's going to sustain that career. Because soon as you get comfortable, there's somebody else going to come and take your spot. We're not valuable to any of these teams. We're all replaceable. Look at the Luka Doncic situation. This man loved Dallas. Dallas loved him. Get out of here. Right? We're going to trade you away. A young up-and-coming superstar. If he can get traded, anybody can get cut or traded. So remember, you're not special. None of us is special. We're just a number on the back. These teams, these fans, they forget about us tomorrow because there's another player come and they fall in love with them. It just depends on how we make them feel. But you can't control that. What you can control is how you feel about what you do on a daily basis. If you gave everything you have to maximize your potential, that's the only thing that's important. Did you give everything that you have to maximize your potential? When you're up, when you got the light, when you got the green light, when you got everybody believing in you, are you going to maximize that moment? Or are you going to say, I'm here, I'm the man. Let's just get through. Let's get through the year. Let's get through the year. You know, we won a German Cup. We good now. Are you that player? We won a French Cup. We good. We won a French Leaders Cup. I'm good. Now go get the French championship. Go get the German BBL championship. Go get the NBA title. Y'all made it to the playoffs, Detroit Pistons, Houston Rockets. Go get the title. Because it's possible. Anytime you strap up them shoes, anytime you put laces in them shoes, you got a chance. But you got to do what made you successful. You can't start getting comfortable. I made this episode because I'm battle tested. I went through this. I went from a no-namer to making a team, from back being a no-namer to being an MVP of my conference in college, to back being a no-namer, to going to the championship in Belgium my rookie season, to back being a no-namer, to being in the G League, going to the All-Star game, being a G League All-Star, back to being a no-namer, to going to the second division in France. It's crazy to this day. But going to the championship my first year there, going back to being a no-namer, to getting cut the last hour of training camp, to being back to being a no-namer, to retiring, to back to being a no-namer, to going to Belgium, again, having a successful year, to back to being a no-namer, to getting the biggest contract of my life in Turkey, to leaving that job, retiring again, back to being a no-namer and going to Japan, Kyoto, and back to the Final Four. Like, this is only the first 6 years of my career. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 4 championships I've been to. So what I'm saying is, what happened with me is that I got here. I got so high that I thought that I was invincible. You know, I went from making some money in school. I did some things. I sold some beats. I did some graphics. I did some some other work that made me some money. Then I made some real money coming to Europe, and I blew it. I blew it on girls. I blew it on clubs, clothes, and the biggest thing I blew it on was family members. But what I used to spend money on was trainers. I used to spend money on training equipment. I used to spend money on living in hotels that were in close proximity to the gym. That's what I used to do. But when I started getting money and when I started getting success, my head started filling up. And I started hanging with people that I thought were my friends, and they weren't. I started spending time with women that I thought liked me, but they didn't. I started going to clubs that I thought appreciated me being in their establishment, but they didn't. All of that money just went down the drain. My confidence went down the drain. My career sustained though, because I remained disciplined. Even when I was broke, I have a schedule that I stick to when I'm in America, and I don't break it. Even when I'm up, I remain in the gym. I remain lifting. I remain being in shape. And that has saved me. That has saved my career, because it could have went bad for me really quick. I started drinking. I never really was a smoker, but I started drinking. I never drank my whole life, but now I'm drinking. I actually love whiskey, by the way. But all of this just changed me. And it took me going to Blue Eye to really appreciate the game again. See, when I went to Blue Eye, I had no expectations. Only thing I wanted to do was to prove people that I can still play the game. And I wanted to really, truly honor Blue Eye for even giving me a chance. And the next 7 years was some of the best years of my life, because I just played the game. I didn't care about the money. If I cared about the money, I wouldn't have signed in Blue Eye. But I just played the game, and I appreciated the people. I appreciated the coaches, my GM, the president, the office, the fans, the community. I appreciated everyone around, and I felt like I owed them my dedication, my hard work, my seriousness and discipline to be the best that I can be, to bring this club to a certain level. And we had to win a championship 2 or 3 times. But I had to remember where I came from. So I never got complacent. I never had to be humbled, because I was at the bottom. And when I got to the top with Blue Eye, I still felt like I was at the bottom, because we was doing this in 2nd Division too. And I never truly respected that. I knew I could play at the top level in France, but I wanted to prove that by winning my way there. In France, you win a championship, you go to the first league. So remaining humble, remembering where I come from, has sustained my career for 15 years. The first 6 years of my career, I got real unhumble. But the next 8, 7, however many, I can't do the math. I have appreciated this game, this journey, and every person that have walked in my life. And I think that is what's sustaining me. I think that is why I'm continuing to have success. And I think that is why it's still fun. You don't want to take the fun out of the game. You want to enjoy the game. That's why you started playing it. So for you, how do you stay grateful and motivated? Just remember why you started in the first place. Kevin Durant said that he had a coach that is his why. I remember Coach Buck being the only person believing in me. I remember Brad Dean believing in me, Michael Hay believing in me. I remember those guys, and I'm grateful and I'm motivated to go around the world and continue to be successful, and people Google, where's Vacherie, Louisiana? That's why I go home in the summer and deal with the kids for free. I want to be the motivation to let them know that there's a bigger world out there. You got a kid from Vacherie that's going around the world, and people are knowing where I come from. Where I come from. That's very important to me. That's how I stay motivated. I go around the world and people see, oh, he made his mark in Blue Isle. Okay, now Blue Isle's on the map. That's what I do it for. My coaches, my family, my school, my college. Because I'm appreciative of everybody along the way. And that's how you stay grateful and motivated. There's other ways, but I would say most pros didn't do it on their own. Honor the people that was with you along the way. So if you can, please like, subscribe, share. And if you can, write in the comments a time that you had to overcome challenges. Write down in the comments a time when you felt like you probably needed to be humble. Share it with us, connect, build a community. Until next time, every day, make them pay so that one day you can live a truth life. I'm out.